WWE Extreme Rules. What's so extreme about it? Don't you miss the good old days where they had steel chairs, used trash cans, ladders, tables? I mean, this is Extreme Rules. No hold barred, street fights. Half the dang matches on this entire dang show was single matches and tag team matches. It's ridiculous. There was 12 matches. 2 were on a pre-show. Andre Cien Almas versus Sin Cara. We saw this match on SmackDown. Why do we need to see this? Why did it have to go for 7 minutes? Why? Pre-show match. Not Sami Zayn. Sanity versus The New Day. In a tables match. Which was very entertaining for 8 minutes. I think this was my 3rd favorite match. Probably my 2nd. I don't really know. This match was very good for these tag teams. They did great stuff for under the time limit they had. They had 8-minute time. And they were on the pre-show. And they nearly stole the show. Tables match. It wasn't like elimination tables match. Like, if one person gets eliminated, then you have to set up another table, To me, I think that I prefer if they take out the Andre Cien Almas match and put those 7 minutes towards a New Day match and have it, the 2 teams getting eliminated by the most number of people eliminated by table. Tag team elimination table match. Start off Extreme Rules that way, but no, we're going to give you the pre-show. Ridiculous. The B team versus Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. Why? Matt Hardy. The most over guy, one of the most over guys right now in WWE, loses to the B team. Bray Wyatt, a former world champion. But then again, WWE just ruins his character, and now we got the B team as champions. Yes, I like Cinderella stories. I liked when Heath Slater and Rhino won. But that was more believable, them beating the Usos for a championship than, or the Hype Bros. I don't know who Heath Slater and Rhino beat for the tag team champions, but they won it. And then, it's not like they beat a former world champion in Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy, who is doing great work, and yet they beat him in under 8 minutes. 8 minutes exactly. So B team beat Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. What the hell? So a regular tag team match. That's your opener. That is actually the opener for the show. Finn Balor defeats Baron Corbin again. Singles match, nothing. Finn Balor wins by a roll up by 8 minutes 27 seconds. Nothing. You couldn't give us a chairs match. You couldn't give us a street fight. Again, they ruined Baron Corbin by shaving his head and now making him Constable Baron Corbin. What the fuck have you done, WWE, with Baron Corbin? Okay, Carmella versus Asuka. Shark Cage. I always hate the Shark Cage because it does nothing. It's just a distraction. And how Carmella won against Asuka? Shark Cage was lowered down because James Ellsworth nearly fell. She pushes it while the referee's back is turned. And Carmella wins. Why not have a no disqualification match? No. Singles match. Carmella defeats Asuka. God, WWE's in a crapper now. Best match. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy. 8 seconds. Well, ref is putting the title up to say the United States Championship is being defended. Shinsuke Nakamura hits a low blow to Jeff Hardy. Then the match starts, and then he hits him with the, I want to say the Khalaz. No, he's hitting him. I forget. King Shasa. Yeah, there we go. He hit him with the King Shasa in 6 seconds. Jeff Hardy loses the title. Granted, I think they did it because Jeff Hardy's injured, so I like that Shinsuke Nakamura is United States Champion. Finally, they gave him a title. And then Randy Orton comes out, and he knees Jeff Hardy, or he stomps on Jeff Hardy in the groin. So I'm not sure if Jeff Hardy's going to be taken off television again. Maybe we're going to have heel versus heel. Randy heel versus Shinsuke Nakamura heel. Who's going to win the better low blows? Who's going to be the better heel to win the championship? I'm all for this feud. That's the only thing I liked, really, of this show. Kevin Owens versus Braun Strowman. Steel cage match. Is there any more you need to do to ruin Kevin Owens' career? Anything you need to do, Vince? What else do you have to do? You put him through a toilet with that blue stuff coming off on him. And he loses to Braun Strowman. And it was a great spot how he basically, Braun Strowman drew Kevin Owens off the steel cage to an announcement table, which was awesome. Very Undertaker Mankind-esque right there, in a similar sense. It ran for 8 minutes. It was an okay match. It was something. Kevin Owens technically won because he was the first one out of the entire steel cage. But overall, I feel bad for Kevin Owens' career. It's just down the toilet. Tag team championship. Team Hell No versus the Bludgeon Brothers. Bludgeon Brothers already attacked Kane earlier on in the pay-per-view. His leg was injured, so this is more or less a handicap match, and Bludgeon Brothers win against Kane and Daniel Bryan, which I wanted. Not a bad match, but it was okay. And Bobby Lashley versus Roman Reigns got like 14 minutes. Bobby Lashley won, thank God. I was so happy that this was not the main event. I swear, Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley were going to be the main event because they were hyping this match up so much compared to Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler to AJ Styles and Rusev. Why? But Bobby Lashley wins. Congratulations. It was a terrible match. It was okay. To be honest with you, it was just really okay. But I don't like neither of these characters, so this is terrible to me. Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax again. Oh, an Extreme Rules match. Why? Why didn't Mickie James had to come out and help Alexa Bliss? Why have they ruined Mickie James' character? Mickie, when you leave WWE, as soon as your contract ends up, get out of there. Get out of WWE. You're being wasted. You're too good for WWE. Alexa Bliss, I love you, but you're being shoved down our throats way too damn much. Nia Jax, I never believed in her title reign, and the fact that her feud has only been with Alexa Bliss is trash. And Ronda Rousey, they just had this match so Ronda Rousey could come in there, help Alexa Bliss, help Nia Jax out in a sense, and really destroy Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. But overall, it was just I didn't care for it. I mostly skipped a lot of this match. Really couldn't care shit about this entire pay-per-view, to be honest with you. 11 match. AJ Styles versus Rusev. A very underwhelming match. I think this could have been a lot done. This could have been handled a lot better. The pacing could have been better. Ran for 15 minutes. Pretty good time. And overall, I'm still annoyed that AJ Styles has not yet main evented the pay-per-view. Despite the fact that he is the WWE champion. He's a fighting champion, unlike Brock Lesnar in his Universal Championship, who never comes around unless the money's good. What the fucking hell? Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins. Pretty dang good match. The Iron Man match, 30 minutes, pretty dang solid. I like how Drew McIntyre interfered at the beginning. I like how Seth Rollins was like 2-0, and then Drew McIntyre came in and beat the hell out of Seth Rollins, and then was like 3-0. Then Dolph Ziggler came back out because Seth Rollins was destroyed by Drew McIntyre, and he went 4-4. What I did not like that every single time the clock went down to like near 0, they were counting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They did that for the entire crowd. They did. I guess it's like the Royal Rumble, and they're just and it was nice a few times, but once you have it for like once again, it's like a 30-minute Iron Man match. You're gonna hear it at least. Oh God, how many times did they did it? So we're counting 1, 2, 3, like 10 times. Like 10 times they did that entire thing, and it was just freaking ridiculous to me. Overall, I kind of enjoy WWE Extreme Rules. I mean, there were certain highlights like Braun Strowman throwing Kevin Owens off the steel cage. I like the pre-show match for the New Day versus Sanity, a pretty great tables match. But the fact is that over half of the dang matches of this entire pay-per-view were just singles and tag team matches with no repercussions. It was terrible. And the Shark Cage was not an Extreme Rules match. It was just a terrible match. I just didn't like a lot of this pay-per-view in many cases. I mean, I had a lot of fun moments with Shinsuke Nakamura, Braun Strowman. That's what the thing is all. Extreme Rules sucked, but it had like a lot of redeeming qualities. I mean, Braun Strowman throwing Kevin Owens off the steel cage, awesome. Shinsuke Nakamura low and blowing and finally getting United States Championship, awesome. New Day Insanity, pretty good tables match again. Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins, pretty good 30-minute Iron Man match to close the show, even though the crowd kind of ruined it. But WWE Extreme Rules 2018 to me was a failure just because half the dang matches were not Extreme Rules. No backstage parking lot brawls, no false count anywhere, no trash cans, no even bottle sprays. There was nothing really in this entire thing that was like extreme. If you want to go back to extreme, I mean, you could go watch it at ECW One Night Stand back in 2008 or 2006 with Rob Van Dam. Actually, if you want to look at a recent good one, look at not Extreme Rules, but a good hardcore match. This is like WTLC. It was in 2016 with AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose, Baron Corbin versus Kalisto in a chairs match, which was actually a very good match. You could watch Alexa Bliss versus Becky Lynch, a tables match. I mean, there were so many good moments on that pay-per-view, and when I think about it, I'm like, can't we just go back to 2016 when stuff was good, wasn't dual branded pay-per-views? Because here's the dual branded pay-per-views have destroyed WWE. You know why? Because certain superstars from SmackDown ain't gonna get the highlight no more. They ain't gonna be in the paper. They ain't gonna be in the main event. As you can see, AJ Styles is not main eventing none of his pay-per-views. He's the WWE champion. Has the biggest championship in the history of the company, and he's not main eventing the show. It's either Roman Reigns, and this time they gave it to Seth Rollins, which I was okay with. Intercontinental Championship, okay. But because of this dual brand pay-per-views, other superstars are gonna get the same thing. Like I didn't like the whole. The reason why I liked the brand split, because I knew they were going to get certain superstars a different way. They were going to look at certain superstars at different ways than they would on Raw. Raw, you always had those guys that were going to be the it guys. SmackDown was always going to be those guys that are going to grow, that you're going to see grow before your eyes and just become superstars. And they were going to get spotlights that certain WWE wouldn't give them spotlights. Now that it's dual branded, the only spotlights they're going to get is on their separate brands. If you want a dual branded one, you're going to get screwed over. They're going to get screwed over. So overall, WWE Extreme Rules, another waste of a WWE pay-per-view, another waste of my money. Why am I watching this shit again? Oh, that's right. I don't know why. Bored. But WWE Extreme Rules 2018. And I'm here in a 90-degree freaking weather. Not the worst show I've ever seen at WWE, but pretty damn bad pay-per-view. Only certain redeemable qualities, but overall, that's my personal opinion. Subscribe if you like, disagree on comment down below, let me know, respect my opinion, I respect yours. What y'all think, everybody, of WWE 2018 Extreme Rules? And Glee signing off for everybody. Bye-bye.